Does using European style butter actually make a difference? Today I'm testing a rough puff pastry using Plugra European style butter versus American style butter. Now Plugra, like most European style butters, has 82% butter fat, and Plugra in particular uses a slow churn process, which means there's less water and air in the butter. In contrast, American butter typically doesn't churn out as much air and has 80% butter fat with a higher amount of water. When it comes to a bake like puff pastry, having more water isn't necessarily bad because you want steam to help create layers. But more butter fat, even with just a difference of 2%, means better flavor and texture. You can see on the Plugra puff pastry that the layers are actually well defined and separated. Meanwhile, the higher water content in American butter leads to a less pliable dough that cracks easily when cold and leads to more breakage in the dough and thus less defined layers. You can see the higher butter fat also led to a glossy, crunchy bottom, while the American butter led to a matte, not as crunchy finish. And flavor-wise, the American butter puff pastry is delicious, but even though I used unsalted butter in both cases, the Plugra puff pastry was the clear winner with a more full-bodied, complex, and almost saltier flavor. And now that we have our perfect puff pastry dough, I highly recommend making some cute little danishes. These would be so cute for Valentine's Day because what says love more than the flakiest puff pastry?